Hey guys, Ju22 here, and well, let me just sorry about that. I was just getting something ready, but anyways, hey guys, Ju22 here, and welcome to SmackDown. And this show is brought to you by MuchGames.ca, and our next match is a championship match, but it's not the United States Championship match. We'll get to that later on the show, but right now we have Christian, the current reigning and defending light heavyweight champion, and he has not defended that championship ever since he won it, mainly because the competition for all the other belts has stiffened. But for Christian, competition has come few and far between. That is, until tonight. And for Christian, I will say that as far as his next opponent, it's going to be a tough test for him. And I'll explain as his opponent comes out. But for Christian, competition has not been has been non-existent until now. So for Christian, this is his chance to prove why he is the light heavyweight champion. And I will say that Christian has been in this type of matchup, which is a ladder match. A ladder match is right up Christian's alley. But his opponent is... well, folks, if you don't recognize him, don't worry about it. But if you do, yep, he's back. Folks, for those of you who don't know, that is Tails, Miles Prower, making his Season 4 debut. Yes, he has been in this company once before. He debuted in Season 3, but that was mainly because he had just turned 18 at the time. The thing is, you know, 15 years ago, I have to say, oh, I'm sorry, a minor correction. He was 21 when he first entered Season 3, I'm sorry. But the thing is, 15 years ago, he was too young to even be in the ring up until last season. But he's back, and he has a chance to become the light heavyweight champion. And I have to say, as far as Christian, Christian is not exactly a pushover, especially in a ladder match, but I would have to think that the speed, agility, and even the youth that Tails Prower, I mean, you can call him Tails, but I also call him Miles, so I'll just call him Miles. Or, I mean, I might just interchange the two, but for Tails, he has a big opportunity coming up. I mean, he has yet to win a championship, at least in this league, he hasn't. I mean, he's won a few outside, but in the time that he was gone, he had some personal issues to take care of, which he has. Anyway, match underway. And a two-handed facebuster onto Christian. Now, Christian has got to slow the pace down and do moves like this to slow down Miles Tails Prower. One thing that Christian cannot do is get into a match of speed, because if that happens, Miles is going to run circles all over him, and Christian is going to tire out. I mean, Christian, in his heyday, he would have been able to have kept up with Sonic, or yeah, he would have been able to have kept up with Sonic, but at his age, at this time, I mean, he's closing in on his 40s, and you know, he can still do it, but just not to the level that he was, you know, a few years back. So I mean, he can still get the job done, which is why he's still in the ring. So one thing Christian needs to do is just slow it down against, you know, Tails, because, well, Tails is going to keep doing this, is going to continue to deliver offense such as that. Although Christian just shot him down with a knife edge chop and then a spinning heel kick onto Miles Tails Prower. And a drop toe hold face buster on a Christian. As for who taught him how to wrestle, of course, his best friend, Sonic. Of course, last year, Sonic retired mainly because he just did not want to compete anymore. I mean, he just wanted to focus, on his life and, be with his girlfriend and, just take good care of her. And the fact that he makes a lot of money on the video games that he makes more than makes up for it, so he's more or less done. But as for Miles Tails Prower, he's always wanted to do this, but he was up until now too young. But he's old enough now, so he can take care of himself. He's a big boy. He doesn't need Sonic to be with him anymore. And an inverted suplex on a Christian this time. And another, what is it? A head scissors takedown, okay. And now Miles exiting the ring, and now, what's he gonna do here? I mean, every time someone takes down the table, it's usually not a good sign. And what's Christian doing? Well, it's like a game of cat and mouse. And he's gonna put him on the table. Oh, this is not good. What's he setting him up for, though? And a DDT right through the table onto Christian, breaking the table in half. I mean, that'll definitely slow Christian down considerably. I mean, if all Tails is trying to do is, slow Christian completely down so that he can climb the ladder and get to the belt. Because that's the way you're going to need to win this match. Alright, now Tails has the ladder. Now he throws it in. I apologize for the brightness, but that can't be helped. But a drop kick from Christian onto Tails. And wait a minute. Flip pile driver onto Christian. And wait a minute. What's wrong with Christian? Oh my god. Christian has been busted open. And now Christian is in deep trouble now. Because now Tails can do whatever the hell he wants to do to Christian. And look at this. Look at Tails. Look at this. Tails is getting jiggy with it right now. Look at this. And a huge right hand onto Christian. And that's real dangerous. I mean, I would have to think that Miles would have went for the cover if this was a normal match, but this is not a normal match. You have to use the ladder. Oh no, wait, Christian takes the ladder away from Miles Prower. But he's going to set it up though. But Miles is not going to let Christian get to the top. And Christian is feeling the pain right now. And wait, what's he doing here? A Faymaster, which is a leg drop bulldog, but it's called the Faymaster. And now, wait a minute, he's got his hands on the belt, and Christian is a little bit woozy at this time. But somehow managed to stop Miles Prower as he falls down from off the ladder. And now, wait a minute. A flapjack onto Miles Prower. But Christian still clutching his head, still with all that blood he's losing right now. I mean, he's going to have to do something. And, wait a minute. A reverse DDT onto Miles Prower. I mean, Christian is fighting for everything he's worth, and... Oh, wait a minute. Test drive. Test drive. a reverse swing facebuster, but it's called the test drive. That's what Tails calls that move. And now Tails once again has his hands on the belt, but Christian Woozy was not quick enough to stop Miles Prower, but you can't really blame him for all the blood he's lost. But the winner, and new light heavyweight champion of the world, Miles Tails Prower. And I'll tell you what, folks, in his first match back, he is once again a champion. Well, actually, this is his first championship, never mind. But this is his first championship won, and it happened to be on his first match in Season 4. I don't know what Tails was doing in his time away, but he definitely got better. Better enough to beat Christian. But I'll tell you what, folks. Coming up next is a very interesting match, especially for all you old-timers out there that have watched the WWE when it was known as the World Wrestling Federation. But folks, stay tuned. That match is up next. But congratulations to Miles Prower.